What's up, guys? Teddy Striker here, and UFC 290 fight week is here. Finally, this Saturday we'll get to see this huge card. Probably one of the best cards of the year, to be honest. And it's headlined by Alexander Volkanovski and Yair Rodriguez. And in this video, I'll be telling you guys how Yair can win. This is not my official prediction. My prediction will come out later this week. But this is just to kind of get into Yair Rodriguez's camp to see how they can beat the number one pound for pound in so many people's eyes. So the first thing I would say, well, first of all, this is a very dangerous fight for Volk. And I see a lot of people trying to say, oh, Volk's going to do whatever he wants to him after his performance versus Islam Makhachev. But it's different. Yair Rodriguez is a very dangerous guy. Because he doesn't care, he'll just throw these kicks. He doesn't care if he falls. He doesn't care if he misses. He just wants to hit you with full intention. You can tell, just the look in his face when he's throwing these shots. He's throwing them really to hurt you. He's got bad intentions. He doesn't care. He's just that type of fighter, and that makes him dangerous. But to win this fight, he can't just simply rely on that. He's going to need to be smart, use his skills effectively. And the first thing that I think Yair is going to need to use to, be a Volk is, your footwork. Yair Rodriguez has great footwork. He's shown his footwork has gone better in his Ortega fight, in his Josh Emmett fight. His footwork is getting a lot better, And against Max Holloway, he was kind of being stationary. But the thing with Volkanovski, he's going to need to make Volkanovski come to him and kind of walk him into shots. But also, I think he'll also have to have a balance. So that way he can be in open space. Because to be a kicker, you need space. That's why a lot of people, when they're going up against someone who's a kicker, they put a lot of pressure on them because you always say you want to crowd a kicker. Because if the kicker doesn't have space, then he's going to be forced to punch. And then that's when you can have your chance with them. But he's going to need to use that footwork, draw Volk into shots. Because Volkanovski is used to doing that to some of his opponents. And he does get caught sometimes when he's the one leading. And, Yair is going to need to use his footwork. Not just in the orthodox stance, but switch your stance on Volk. Make him work from different angles, making Volk adjust. Keep changing back and forth, move around a lot. And that's going to help you to set up some really powerful shots. The next thing I would say is the first thing that you think of when you think of Yair Rodriguez, and that's his kicks. This guy has some of the best kicks in the UFC. He's one of the best strikers because of his kicks. He's got a great Taekwondo background. And his kicks are just really good. And he's got long legs and he throws it really fast. So that's really good to generate a lot of power into those kicks. So Yair Rodriguez, he's gonna need to use those kicks. Most of the guys that Volkanovski's fought haven't been throwing crazy kicks. Max Holloway was throwing kicks, a few head kicks in the second fight. But then in the third fight, he kind of abandoned it. And in the first fight, he didn't throw any kicks as well. Same with Ortega, he was mainly throwing his hands. Korean Zombie was throwing his hands. Islam, he threw a few head kicks here and there, but nothing too crazy. We all know Islam's a grappler. But a lot of Volkanovski's fights, he hasn't had to deal with someone who's throwing crazy kicks like Yair, or that many kicks in general. So Yair, he's going to need to first start off with the legs. He's going to need to take away Volkanovski's base. Make him think it's going to be low. And then, mix it up right away with a question mark kick to the head. Then that side kick to the body, something like that. Just mix it up. He's got a huge range of kicks he can use. He can set up Volkanovski with a front kick to the body and then go for a question mark kick. Something like that. Just keep on, keep making Volkanovski guess, because it doesn't matter how many times you drill it or how many times your training partners try to emulate that. They just won't be like Yair Rodriguez, because Yeah, Rodriguez, he should also mix up the tempo and the speed of his kicks. Like, throw like a light leg kick and then like explode into a head kick. Something like that. Just mix it up. He's got a lot of setups. He'll throw leg kicks and then off that leg kick, he'll just jump into the air into a spinning switch kick. I mean, not a spinning, but a jumping switch kick rather. Then he can like go for the front kick to the body and then into the question mark kick. Some things like that. And Yair is very advanced. So he'll need to just mix it up, make Volkanovski guess. And that's his biggest weapon in this fight. Volkanovski has been dropped by one of Max Holloway's head kicks before. It was like he kind of guarded like weird. Same with Islam was catching with some kicks. Volkanovski was just like kind of blocking with one hand. Even like in the Ortega fight, like he usually kind of like blocks it, like he kind of like disregards it, and that's very dangerous against a guy like Yair Rodriguez. So the head kicks, it could be very very raw. It's very likely that he knocks out Volkanovski with one. The next thing that Yair Rodriguez is gonna need to do is, use that creativity. Like, he's very creative in there. He's one of the most creative fighters we've ever seen in the octagon. He's going to need to use it because, Volkanovski is going to be coming in. You can use your footwork to draw him into an elbow like he did with the Korean Zombie. Like, when you're breaking out the clinch, throw a spinning elbow. Kind of like how John Jones did that one time. I think it was versus Shogun. But he kind of broke off the clinch. And then he went into a spinning elbow. And yeah, Rodriguez, he can do that. He can do an up elbow, Superman elbow, any type of stuff. He just needs to be creative and mix it up. Go for a spinning back fist. Things like that. It just to keep Volkanovski guessing. And just make him confused about what's coming on next. And now another thing that I would say Yair's going to need to do is when he's in the southpaw stance, use the knees, because Volkanovski, when he's fighting southpaw fighters, he kind of does this like shifting combination where he'll throw the right hand, step through, and then go for a hook, and then the left hand. But when he does that, he's like, there's a momentary pause, and you can just intercept him with a knee. And we've seen that in the Max Holloway fight. Max Holloway was like, in the first fight, he was doing that. He was catching Volkanovski with that knee. And then in the rematch, he was also doing it. And he was starting to go for flying knees. But obviously, Volkanovski made the adjustment. But if he was doing it against Islam Makhachev, though, so it's something that's not completely gone from his game. It's just that Max Holloway didn't do it in the trilogy fight. He didn't change stance. Ortega didn't really capitalize on that. Islam Makhachev, he did it a bit. But I think Yair Rodriguez, if he goes in there and with his speed and explosiveness, he can definitely catch Volkanovski. If he does that, blitzing combo, but he needs to be in the southpaw stance, go for the knee to the body, even a front kick. Yair is just that fast that he could probably catch him with it. So this is what Yair Rodriguez needs to do. So Yair needs to use his kicks, his footwork, his creativity, and he needs to intercept Volkanovski. And that if he can do that, plus just his regular game plan, I think Yair Rodriguez has a very, very high chance of winning this fight. This is a very, very live underdog, and I might even pick him to win the fight.